shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs live. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the matter with King? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time for my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, Secret Service King. Yeah, today is election day, and the boy done went and voted a long time ago. Now, never going to tell you who I voted for, because just like whoever I'm dating, you don't talk about those things. A man never tells. A gentleman never tells his political affiliations either. Only ignorant people talk religion and politics to others. Don't want to do it. It's like a butthole. Nobody needs to hear it or see it. But if you're into voting, go out and vote. If you have a candidate of your choice that you like, go out and do so. You see how we have the console wars where it can get ugly and it can get stupid and it can get disgusting. Kind of like my chat, right? My chat can get downright ignorant, disgusting, and incredibly stupid, because we do have low IQ individuals that do infiltrate. You know, sometimes they sneak behind enemy lines and they come in and they say stupid stuff like my GPU. One guy said I had a low-end GPU. I have a AMD Radeon RX 7900 XTX OC with 24 gigabytes of DDR6 RAM. Now, mind you, in full disclosure, I didn't pay a nickel for my rig, which is a high-powered rig. We are partnered with NZXT, the highest in PC gaming. Now, we could have went with NVIDIA, but at the time, my choice was the Zen CPU and the Zen GPU, the processor, because of where we were with Starfield and Microsoft and stuff like that. I also felt that our relationship with AMD is a lot stronger than it is with NVIDIA. So leveraging those properties and those relationships, I feel that we can get a better amount of equity as Iron Lords podcast out of those relationships. So everything is strategic in that form or fashion. So when somebody tells me, oh, King, my PlayStation is more powerful than your Xbox, I'm like, okay, who cares? I have it too. Or my Xbox is more powerful than your PlayStation. Okay, I have it too. Or my PC gaming is. This is not an elitist club. Your experience is your experience. This is Xbox Frontline News, where I game primarily on Xbox. I love them. Just because I don't love PlayStation as much as you love PlayStation, actually, I can't stand them. And I can't stand them for the practices that you need to look over and hate them as well. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. We're going to run it up on these bumps. There's no games. They're giving you hardware with no reason to get this. And you looked at the hardware, the CPU is the same. The problem from the beginning has always been your damn CPU. You didn't change it. You put a piss in the box and tweak the GPU. Put a Wi-Fi 7 in it. For Pete's sakes. Come on. But these guys, you got stupid idiots talking about, oh, it's 33 teraflops. With that same logic, with that same idiotic logic, isn't the Xbox 28 teraflops? You low IQ, low vibrational, mental midgets. I can't even use that word no more. I even like it. You low vibrational, low IQ, mental small people. You are an exercise in mental gymnastics. You get the gold medal. Okay, I'm going to give you a secret. Back in the 16-bit era, true 16-bit machines came out. The Genesis, the Nintendo, Super NES. You know who came out and tried to tell you that they were 16-bit? TurboGrafx. And we were playing TurboGrafx. We was like, something's up with this dude. What they did was they tried to put two 8-bit chips together and to tell you, we're 16-bit. I'm the biggest TurboGrafx fan. The biggest. TurboGrafx real 16-bit machine was a Super Graphics. Okay? TurboGrafx was an 8-bit machine. Kind of overclocked, did some stuff. I say this to say, you individuals that are running around here capping for this PlayStation 5 Pro, talking about it's the second coming, it's better than a 4090. You got the audacity to form your little lips to make the sounds saying that it's better than a 7900 XTX. Shut up. Sit down and shut up. I have never heard so many broke people scream at one time. You broke individuals keep trying to tell me how you scrounged up $700 to get a machine and you're still hurting because you got half of your games on disc. So you got to figure out how you're going to get a disc drive. And one of y'all goofies probably went and brought the stand not knowing that it stands up by itself. You're spending $900 just because you can't afford a real PC. When all your games is going to PC anyway. But to say what? Go buy a PlayStation 5. Go sit the hell down. You didn't even get a PlayStation 5 yet. Go sit down. Stop listening to these fake analysts talk about use Digital Foundry as they backdrop and trying to act like they know what phase this and this what this can do. Go buy a Pro, sit down and play your games. What happened to you playing games? What happened to you actually liking what you have, loving who you with, and playing your games? When is this going to be a thing for you? You don't post any receipts. You don't post any gameplay. You play on Twitter all day long, capping for something that you don't have, something that you do want, and something that you can't achieve. And for anybody trying to knock that my hardware on a PC level, think about it this way. PC is worth $3,500. Shipping tax come $4,000. And you're going to sit there and tell me, yeah, NVIDIA, this, that, and the third. Tell me how much you spend, and I'll put my wallet up against your wallet, and we're going to see who's smarter. Right? You dummy. You mental small person. That's exactly who you are. You're a low IQ, low vibrational, mental small person. And I'm looking at you because it's a conundrum. Something is not working right inside your brain. You want to pay more for less. You think that there's a flex someplace. There's no flex to have. Because only you got those payments. Only you. Imagine going out and buying an 8K television, having a $300 a month payment, like a car. Man, let's get to these topics because we got some stuff happening.
Hey, you! This is your reminder to get out there and vote. No excuses, go do it.
As if you thought they can stop the news of Call of Duty. Every day is a new Call of Duty day. Call of Duty Mobile has reached 1 billion downloads worldwide. Activision has revealed that the game passes its 5th anniversary. Call of Duty Mobile has surpassed 1 billion downloads. Since 2019, this staggering figure makes Call of Duty Mobile the best-selling Call of Duty game ever. And it's almost guaranteed that it'll never be topped as long as we all live. On November 6th, the game's 10th season went live. Hundreds of millions of players set about exploring another battle pass, new weapons, maps, and modes, and more. The best-selling Call of Duty game ever made. Call of Duty Mobile is the most accessible, universally appreciated Call of Duty game ever, and it has a huge esports market and competitive ecosystem. And some areas of the world, it's the number one Call of Duty game, even with the traditional premium releases coming around once a year. In 2019, Call of Duty Mobile was released, and today the developers are still adding more maps, modes, operators, allowing players to earn Call of Duty points and unlock more to flesh out their free profile. While we're on the topic, you can check out our guide to unlocking blah, 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 bloom. Listen, that controller right there is what I like. That's what I want. 1 billion downloads. Microtransactions through the roof. Imagine you purchasing a business that is already fully functional, operational, and turning a profit daily, hourly, by the minute. That's Microsoft. Microsoft has purchased probably one of the most successful handheld cell phone mobile games ever made. And you think that they are going to stop? No. Money hand over fist, world domination, Xbox for life, hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know how we do it over here. We're going to run it up on them bums. And I really, honestly, can't see a timeline where Sony pulls this one out.
Hey, you! This is your reminder to get out there and vote. No excuses, go do it.
I warned you. I told you. I warned you enough, and you guys did not want to listen. Netflix invests in using AI to build games after closing down the studio. Remember that Studio Blue? That AAA studio that had all that talent that came from Blizzard? Yeah, that studio. They closed that studio down. And now they're going into a totally different direction entirely. Transformational technology. In a post by LinkedIn, Netflix new VP Gen AI for games, Mike Verdu, revealed his fresh placement and explained why this is the future of gaming. At long last, I'm ready to talk about what I'm doing next. I'm working on driving a once-in-a-generation inflection point for game development and player experiences using generative AI. This transformational technology will accelerate the velocity of development and unlock truly novel game experiences that will surprise, delight, and inspire players. Verdo explained that general AI is the next challenge on the road to unlocking the unlimited potential and rapid pace of innovation. He views generative AI as a wave that is going to hit the gaming industry with an impressive force, despite many viewing the technology with fear. He also offered a harsh line against those doubting Netflix's presence in the gaming space. Pay no mind to the uninformed speculation in the media about changes to Netflix games. What you've seen over the last several months was actually planned in transition. Unfortunately for Verdu, the comments on his post on LinkedIn was rampant, with those lashing out against the business decision. Justification for scrapping a studio and laying off workers to invest heavily in generational AI just isn't there for some. It's not the first time we've seen this in the last year or two, though, but it never gets any easier as a pill to swallow. One user wrote, "I appreciate your efforts to quell speculation regarding Netflix changes in the gaming division, but recent events deserve a critical look. The closure of Team Blue, after only 2 years without releasing a single game, with the departure of key figures like Chaco Sonny, Joseph Staten, suggests a lack of strategic consistency. Additionally, with generative AI holds the potential many perceive in the current use as more of a marketing tactic than a genuine innovation. In the context of layoffs and restructuring, the community expects tangible outcomes rather than just bold headlines. I trust that these challenges will lead to more solid and demonstrable plans in the future." Listen, other developers like EA have spoken about the future of AI. As these companies become more and more emboldened and brash in the way that they're going to be treating the gaming industry, I warned you months ago. I rang the bell. I screamed from the top of the roofs, and I told you, anytime that you see people being laid off, it was AI. And you guys told me no, King. Specifically Netflix. I told you when they laid off that whole team, I told you it was general AI. I told you that is going to be the bane of innovation. That is going to be to the detriment of the common man. Not saying that developers are common, but you understand what I'm saying. In the hierarchy of video games, there are these people, there are those people, and there are those people. And these people here are in trouble the most. Falling downward is these people down here. Those people will always have a job because those people are making the decisions to get rid of these people. I'm frustrated. I'm upset. Because I know this is wrong. I know this is wrong. That means you know this is wrong. Somebody has to stop this. Are they? I don't know. Netflix is doing a lot of things very differently. EA is following suit. Many, many others are following suit. When would it stop? When would it take for you guys to realize? Why? Oh, does it take Microsoft to do it? Because Microsoft is doing it. I'm going to show you next. Does it take Sony to do it? Sony is already doing it. I'm going to show you next. Damn it, man.
Hey, you! This is your reminder to get out there and vote. No excuses, go do it!
Images for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition for PlayStation Network leaked online. The popular video game Age of Empires Definitive Edition, which is released back in 2019 and just had images leaked online of it being tested on PlayStation Network since its release. The game has been a staple within PC and Xbox community, but has not seen the light of day on a PlayStation console in over a decade. Age of Empires Definitive Edition being tested on the PlayStation Network. Listen, Am I opposed to them receiving Age of Empires online? No. Honestly, if you can put it over there and they can pay for it, let it happen. I like Age of Empires, but Age of Empires has always been a PC game. Has it been day stapled on the Xbox console? No, you've put it on the Xbox console, but it lives and breathes on PC. That community within itself is the community that has embraced it the most. When I played, Age of Empires as a child, as a kid, um, it was on a PC. It was on my Hewlett Packard. So who am I to deny the PlayStation fan base that might like this game? Uh, Listen, these poor begging ponies need games. So let's stop acting like we need to gatekeep certain games that we're not going to play. You're a hardcore Xbox dude, or you're a hardcore PC dude, especially if you're a hardcore PC Age of Empires dude. You're not going to say, yo, they can't get the game. And if you're a hardcore Xbox dude, you're not going to say, hey, man, they shouldn't get the game. You're just not going to do it. They should get it. Give it to them. Like, it was somebody that was in the chat. I think it was Tony that was in the chat yesterday and was like, yo, hey, King, I hate to break the news to you. Tony, I don't care. Pay like you ate. Buy the game, show me gameplay. That's it. I don't give a damn. I don't care. You guys really think we really care? We really don't. We're too busy consumed with too many games. Y'all have no games. We have too many games. Let's give them some games. Simple as that. Let's stop the begging. Let's slide them some games. Okay, I have so much wrong with this. Marvel, PlayStation, Sony game that's made by Insomniac. The Wolverine is said to be officially launched during the holiday of 2025. The marketing kicks off later this year and would lead into the latter half of 2025. Pre-orders should go live in the second latter of 2025. This is how you know this person is an incredible source. Now, I'm gonna show you who the person is. I don't do this, but you got to see this thing got 1,400 likes. Well, 10K likes, 1,400 retweets, and 435,000 people viewed it. All right, cool. Let's go here. See, TCMF Games. PlayStation YouTube channel with over 100K subscribers. PlayStation VR, PlayStation News, rumors, discussion. I do some decent edits on Twitter, game reviews sometimes. This is our proponent of fake Spider-Man news. Spider-Man 3, the end game. Do you understand now where this individual lies? He lies in the bushes with the crap that goes along with it. Resident Evil 9 for the PlayStation 5. Get this. He has a scoop. Said 4 years after Resident Evil Village, Jill Valentine and Leon Kennedy on the main characters. Chris Renfield, Barry Barton support Viva Radio Communication. Jill has a tactical look-alike. Resident Evil 5, Leon, all this whole stuff. This is the same individual. Now, check this out. This is the same individual that says the PlayStation 5 Pro has an RDNA 3. Need I say any more? Because the problem with all of this is he's full of it. You understand? As much as I like Marvel characters, and y'all see him here. Y'all, I go to all the Marvel sites. I go to the discussions. I was just at Comic-Con. I just had a conversation with a couple of people that are in the know. For all intents and purposes, this game has started over from scratch. They're in a whole new direction on what the game is going to be, what the game is going to look like, what the game is going to play like, stuff of that nature. It moved away from the R rating and is now teen rated. Oh boy. I care about this game. I worry about this game because I am a Marvel head. I care and I worry about this game because this is something I'm hugely interested in. I care and I worry about this game because I have multiple Wolverines all over the place in my house. Statues, that is. That costs more than any PlayStation 5 Pro. I got statues that you can give 6 PlayStation 5 Pros for that price. So my level of support for the character, I've been there when the character first came out. All right, I got Hulk 181. And I don't put my comic books in slabs. I'm going to be doing comic book reading with you guys soon. My wife is bothering me tremendously, but the other media room is done. Everything is done, so I'm going to be doing that. The questions surrounding this game is tremendous. And the disingenuous fake leaks about a game that I know is not coming out next year is misleading, harmful, and downright sinister when you think about it. Just because there's no information for any games that you want to know about, that doesn't mean that you go and you make stuff up. That's where your credibility is shot and it leaves. You don't make stuff up. You could have put, oh, I would love for this game to come out. See, a lot of times people take what I say and be like, oh, he said this is facts. No, half the time I'm saying what I want. If I have a source on something, unless they tell me I can talk about it, I don't talk about it at all. And I'm very cool with that because I'm not an attention-seeking individual that needs it. I don't need it. What I want to do is bring the community together. So what I'm trying to do is just explain to this individual, don't do that, man. Come on. I understand that you are super hyped for the game in itself. I think the contracts that Sony are in with Marvel, Disney is strangling. And at first I had read this and I was like, wow, if they do this. Now I heard that you're supposed to have some news about the game, but the game won't come out until like 2026, 2027. And that's the last I heard of it. I didn't hear about the switch of anybody, of the directors and all stuff. And I found that out later. And I was just trying to figure out why is it taking so long? Because this game was in development. But once the leaks happen, then you really have to start over because the leaks were substantial. And there's a playable build of said game on the line, right on the web right now. This game deserves more than what's happening to it. I feel, and if they did rush it out by next year, I would have put the blame squarely on Marvel, Disney, because they want to capitalize on the zeitgeist. Because they can, of course, they would love a great game, but these are the same individuals that approved the Marvel Avengers game. That played it, everything. And I played that game. I played that game when I was at a Comic-Con or something like that. And I thought the game looked good because I played Captain America in a level. And when it came to the house, it just fell apart. The online, it just fell apart. I have high hopes for this game. I have tremendous amount of love for the character, and I love the character so much that I refuse to call him James Howlett. He will forever be Logan. He will always be shrouded in mystery. Even though I know the whole fake stuff that they brought apart now, and his father and all this. I hated it. I hated it. It was just too convoluted. Us comic folk are simple folk. Give us a good story, give us a good game, and we're forever loyal. Please don't mess up Wolverine. That's all I'm saying. Just please don't mess up Wolverine, because I really enjoy the character. I think the character is a wonder to behold. I think the character has layers and layers and layers of nuance that you can touch on in the video games. The same way that y'all did Deadpool, the same way that y'all did these modern Spider-Man, like 2018 Game of the Year. Don't tell me about that stupid ass God of War, because it's not Game of the Year. Spider-Man was. Please have that same reverence with this character. Don't rush him out the door when he's not ready yet, please. My man Jez finds himself again in more controversy. I try to figure it out, man. I try to figure out, but you know what? This is what he got to do, right? Rumor, Xbox may be gearing up to reveal a handheld device in 2025. A little birdie told me. All right, we don't know about you, but ever since Xbox handheld was first rumored, we've been extremely excited about the idea. Let's hope the rumor is true. Then apparently it could be getting a reveal in 2025. According to Windows Central, Jez Corden, he said the following on the Xbox 2 podcast. A little birdie told me that you might be seeing a genuinely new Xbox hardware next year in the form of an Xbox. I don't think you're going to see hardware at the Game Awards in 2024, but I think next year is a good year for revealing new hardware, especially hardware you can hold in the palm of your hand. Corden previously mentioned on how the Xbox handheld may be arriving alongside a successor to the Xbox console Series X, while Microsoft CEO Phil Spencer has teased a pretty awesome future for hardware at Xbox. Nothing is official yet, though, and things can change a lot in the space of a few months, so take all of this with a grain of salt. It'd be great to see Xbox handheld reveal in 2025. We'll keep our expectations in check. I think Microsoft is going to walk into the Game Awards stomping its feet. I don't know if that is to the beat of Square revealing something. Somebody had said something like that recently. I don't know if it's handheld, hardware related. It should be hardware related. Why? You got all the eyes looking at you right then and there. All right. So put out a hardware. Talk about hardware, right? You see the ROG right there, right? Which is actually an incredible piece of tech. If it can achieve what the ROG is with a better interface, I'm in for it. Okay. I like my Steam Deck over my ROG. I know that sucks to say because I was really enthusiastic about that machine. Trust me, Cog will tell you, that machine, I was head over heels for that machine. Love that machine to death. I'm not gonna say I don't love the machine. And now I do. I just want updates to it that makes it better. So Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name, got a chance to touch that handheld. And then I also know that he touched the Steam, and they want a native device. So all the workings that Microsoft is doing in the background with getting the devices to play on handheld screen or to play on mobile screens with text and stuff like that, to be as snappy with the interface, to zoom in, pan out, to do things in a small screen and still reach the level of resolution. I think they have understand they reverse engineered these devices to see exactly what works, what the form factor is, what's certain little things that changes the thought process. Now, I heard that the new ROG update has a better form factor than the initial, right? I don't have the second one because the first one was enough for me to say, I can wait. I'll see whatever the Steam Deck 2 does, right? So It's these little things that I already have two handhelds that are sitting there. And I wasn't going to get a portal because a portal is not even a real handheld. These things are devices that I'm very interested in. Standalone devices that I can take anywhere, that I can play my games and my libraries in full effect with. The fact of the matter that they do have these partnerships with Nvidia. They do have these partnerships with Amazon. They do have Azure clouds all over the place. A native device that's able to download, stream, play my games with an interface that is as akin to a Steam Deck, I am all in for. This is what I'm looking for. This is the device that I'm championing and that I want. And then I want to be able to dock it. And I want the dock to be able to be just like the ROG, which I have a ROG where I have the GPU that you can hook up to it with the dock. A beast of a machine. A absolute beast of a machine. When I'm telling you this, it is insane what it's able to do. Those things is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So if it's able to do that, and I'm able to have that level of interface, that's what I'm looking forward to. And then you're gaming at the highest fidelity, and then your machine, you don't need to put out another machine. Put out the handheld. If they want to add a GPU to it, have the dock that's a powered dock. That only makes sense. So you have this incredible handheld that can do wonders. Then you have a powered dock that can boost it past whatever it is. And you can then say, I will continue to go down these lines of GPUs to offer a different type of updates to the actual hardware. Do you understand? I would love to hear this. I would love to hear it at the Game Awards. I would think that would be fantastic. I don't want them to dismiss the Game Awards as a possibility of showing you new tech. But hey, this is going to be something, right? Let's just hope. Because if you're in for new hardware like I'm in for new hardware, let's get it.
Here we go. Oh my God. Oh!
Now you got my take on Wolverine and you got my take on the handheld, and you already know how I feel about AI. I think the AI is the bigger problem. AI is the biggest problem that we have today. And generative AI is going to be a huge issue going forward. Just like tonight's election, hopefully AI did not do anything. Hopefully nobody has an AI bot that is actually running rampant during this election. Hopefully everybody cast their votes. Me personally, I'm not going to sit up waiting, trying to see who wins. I will get up. I deal with media every day. So I will know regardless. Hopefully policies don't hurt the middle class, the lower class, and the upper class, I guess. Hopefully it doesn't hurt your liberties that you do have, the rights that you do hold dear. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when it gets a little rocky, my Second Amendment will go down. Understand that. If you don't know, then you'll learn later. But other than I don't trust Marvel and Disney with how they've been treating Sony, I think maybe this is the last games that they have under contract that they're going to use when it comes to licensing from them. Because I do believe that they are at a detriment, because financially the licenses cost so much for these dudes. And I don't think that that's a viable thing for them to continue to make these games, pay these licenses, and think that they're going to maintain top-notch talent. And if anybody doesn't jump on Netflix neck, with firing Jason Statham and the rest of the team over there at Blue, closing down that studio, only to tell you that they're going into a whole different direction with generative AI, with EA coming out telling you the same, with other companies not being as brash to talk about it, with Sony doing it, with Microsoft doing it. Microsoft is going to announce the AI that's going to be onboarding and help solving problems with your Xbox. See, Microsoft's thought to it is more insidious, right? Microsoft's thought to it is, we will initially get them used to it, like Cortana, like the surfaces that are out now with Copilot. They will get you to link up with it. They will get you to use it. They will get you to have all types of useful needs for it. And then they will tell you, oh, we're opening up a studio within Microsoft Studios called Copilot. And Copilot is making a game. And we want to see what Copilot is up to now. And they will give you a timeline for when Copilot starts their game. And they will give you a time when Copilot puts their game in beta. They will allow that game to be played through Game Pass. Come, try Copilot's new game that's launching day and date inside Game Pass. But for your insiders, here's the beta testing on this game, i.e. the beginning of the downfall. This game was 100% made by general AI with no human interaction. It just went with what was most popular, what was leading in its class, and it facilitated the games. Made the games, made the script, made the board, made everything, the sound, everything. Everything you see here is 100% procedurally generated by generative AI. That is the downfall of our industry. I don't think Sony is as advanced with it because that pisser in the box was helped by Microsoft. Listen. May your vote be cast true. And may all the doom and gloom that I spread when it comes to AI never reach fruition. But hashtag no PlayStation 6, let it happen, let it be. And I'm going to keep the boot on Kong's neck this whole generation. I'm going to run it up on these bums until they become an app. And I'm going to take that logo and I'm going to throw it on Wednesday because Wednesday can't get here fast enough. And also, if you got a chance to see me play on Twitch, I've been sucking lately. King David IOP at Twitch. Help the boy get to 1,000 followers. These guys, I don't like the season of Fortnite. I'm gonna probably be playing some Destiny or something like that. And I gotta, as soon as I'm gonna do my unboxing of my PlayStation 5 Pro. And that's gonna be so much fun because I'm gonna do a live unboxing so I can laugh at all the PlayStation dudes that don't have one. And I'm going to tell you how cheaply made it is and how cheap the packaging is. Ask Richard Ledbetter. His box came tore. Cheap cardboard. But I'm just saying, I'm going to take that logo and I'm going to throw it on Wednesday because I want everybody to get a good night rest. Let's restart, reset, and reevaluate and look and see what happens next. What is the outcome of today and what is going to be our future tomorrow? So respect the process. God bless America. And good night. And try to play the Game Pass.